Hello everybody and welcome into the SFA Season 20 Bowl season. We are officially here. The biggest change in the SFA in this new decade was to the postseason format. Today we get to see how it plays out. We've got 11 non-CFP bowl games going on today, including the Citrus Bowl, and then tomorrow the road to the national championship begins with the inaugural 24-team playoff. But as always, this is the SFA. It's an online dynasty ran through Discord, Twitch, and YouTube. You can jump in anytime, claim an open team, set your playbooks, recruit in the Discord, and build your way to a national championship. Links are in any of our descriptions if you want to get started. If you want more content from the SFA, we also do have a Patreon, so you can check out patreon.com/the SFA. But should be a good slate here today. All users, all similarly rated overalls, and reward players on the line in every single game. Should be quite a bit of fun. Once the games are over, I'll release the player likeness, and should be a good time. Make sure you guys get your brackets in, get your BearCave in. I'm locking it off at like 6:40, so make sure you get those in. But without further ado, let's get on into the games, the postseason here. And we're starting out with the SFA Hall of Fame Hawaii Bowl between Coach Dame, making a comeback to the SFA, going up against Coach Connor, brand new coach this year, 9-3 for Houston. Decent. They are competing for a 75 overall wide receiver, so potentially a new wide receiver one for both of these programs. Winner takes all. Should be a ton of fun. Thank you, Dogwater, for 10 months. You still haven't submitted your bracket. Make sure you get that in. So Dame, if you're here, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive. So 2.5 point favorite here for Houston. So make sure you guys get those predictions in. Not too many more chances to earn Bob and us here in the next couple of days. Thank you, Coach Fi. I figured if you're going to get slaughtered today, might as well do it early. Okay, if you don't want to use the tool that made it easy for the user, you can also fill it out old school. But Charlotte and Houston, 7-5 versus 9-3. Matchups were all made, besides Citrus Bowl, obviously, with competitive integrity in mind. So Houston and Charlotte going for a 75 overall receiver. Combined, they submitted 160K, so that's in the top half of users. Actually, pretty middle of the road. So the 75 overall player is going to be on the same level as a one-star official SFA player. So welcome in, Dame. Let me know heads or tails, kick or receive. And then we can get started with bowl season. And bowl season BearCaves just could be like normal BearCave. We'll only jump in if it's within a score. So here we go, Charlotte versus Houston. So great season for Houston, top 10 in defense. We'll see if that works against Charlotte. Now remember, guys, the SFA Hawaii Bowl, the Hall of Fame Hawaii Bowl here has those weird overhangs. So if we jump in, we may not be able to see the end zones. That's why this is not an official CFP location. And it's the Hall of Fame Hawaii Bowl. It's fun to send a couple of coaches on vacation here. They're then going to Cancun. So here we go, Clarence TC Ching Athletics Complex. TC, of course, named after me. Let's get her done. All right, I don't see Dame submitting anything, so we're just going heads and kick. Gave him plenty of time. And we are off in the new format, new bowl games. Let's see how it works out. Quick start for Charlotte. They put 3 on the board. Houston responds. Very evenly matched first quarter here. As we move to the second, Houston has a field goal. Will we have a touchdown today? Yes, we do. It's Houston first. Charlotte on the ropes here early. Not a good second quarter. Can they battle back here? The defense holding tough for Houston. This might just be a splatter to start the day. We're going to go one play at a time. Charlotte's got to start moving the rock. They get a very big penalty and nothing doing from it. Not looking good for Charlotte. Still can't get anything down. We're inside 2 minutes here. Not looking good for Charlotte and Coach Dame. Can they save Christmas? Doesn't look like it. So the first game will go to Houston. It will be a cover. And Houston will get a 75 overall wide receiver in next season's freshman class. Congratulations, the first reward player. Because bowl season, I got to get my updated scoring summary here. In case we don't get a... in case it doesn't generate in the main screen. All right, player stats. So Chris McKinley, the sophomore, 195 and a score. McGuire had 64 yards. They really couldn't run the ball. Merritt had 6 catches. Morris, 15 tackles. Gray had 10. 4 TFLs for Jonathan Morris. No sacks. 2 deflections and no forced fumbles. On defense, or on Houston's side, Oliver Wallace may be back next year. 275, 2 touchdowns. Haynes had 120. Daniels went for 108. Watson went for 106. Bush had 8 tackles. 3 TFLs for Vincent. 4 total sacks. No picks. 2 deflections. No forced fumbles. And that will do it. That's all she wrote from the SFA Hawaii Bowl. Players of the game. All right, congratulations, Houston. So that is -2.5 for Houston. It goes their way. And we move on in BearCave. We'll see what game is next. Oh, it may just be... Let's just go on Kenzie for right now. It is the Fort Ticonderoga Pencil Military Bowl. Oh, baby. And it is between the Baddies and Oregon. TC versus Chum Toad. Battle of the Frogs. Let's get her done. We are playing for a 72 overall cornerback. We only put in a combined 65K. Oregon is a 2.5-point favorite here. So do you trust the Baddies or are you rocking with Oregon? Oregon had a really great start to the year. We thought they'd be making the playoff and then they trailed off at the end. So who are you trusting? Do you trust the Baddies or do you trust the Ducks? Looking at a military bowl to my my esteemed career. I believe I've been in the military bowl once before at ECU. I do not remember. But nevertheless, we are taking on Chum Toad. So let's see what happens. Get those Bobinas in. Bet for your Baddies. Very evenly matched on the stat sheet here. But here we go. Military Bowl. Yam Toomer. He will be entering the portal. with a broken promise. Broken promises will also be released today after this bowl game slate. Should be a ton of fun. Only potentially 3 broken promises. So here we go. Also, make sure to check out Home Field Apparel. They're doing something where any money you spend this month enters you into a $100,000 contest. Of course, you're not going to win, but it would be nice to be just in the drawing. So here we go. Heads and tails, kick or receive. Day Night, potentially his last game in the SFA. We'll see if he declares. Or will it be the Morez Mara show next year? Can the baddies start off hot? We're looking for Archer Gammon, and we concede a touchdown to start. Not looking good here for the baddies. Please, please, I'm on my knees. Down 10 early, not the way you want to go. 17-0. Come on, baddies, you got to score at least. Not a good start. Please, I'm looking for a 72 overall. 24-0. Oh, we're getting splattered. Call us Coach Fi. Can we come back? Oh, wait a minute, folks. Hold your pretty little horses. Here come the baddies. Archer Gammon, right to the dome. It's a 3-point game. 3rd and 8. 1st and 10. Intercepted. Oh, my God. Here come the baddies. We have the ball. Midfield. Come on, boys. Archer Gammon. Who's going to save Christmas? 143 and a score for the Croker legend. Please. Come on, the baddies. Day Night under center. The snap, the quick throw. Hits his man in stride. 1st down, baddies. Day Night hits Patrick Martin. Breaks every record you could think of. Baddie Country, let's ride. Breaking Russell Wilson's fucking record. Let's go. Let's go. 24-21. We're in fringe field goal range. The Fort Ticonderoga Pencil Military Bowl on the line. Day Night has the time. Yams, no, he's sacked. He was gearing up for a yam, and Brett Blanco takes him down. 2nd and 19. Split backs for Day Night. The snap. Day dumps it off. Not looking good for the baddies now. It's 3rd and 1,000,000. Take our first time out. Who's going to save Christmas? Empty set 5 wide, burgers and fries. Motion man. Day 3-man rush. He has the time. Step up. Throw the ball, you idiot. Oh, my God. He dumped it off. There goes the tight end mid-screen. Tyson Cox gets 4. What the hell was that? 4th and 9. Game on the line. Can Day Night save Christmas? They bring a blitz. Hits his man. He's going to be short. Not like this. Not like this, and it looks like Oregon is going to survive and cover. And the baddies look like they're going to be finishing 6 and 7. Nasty work. They're going to have to snap it here. They're going to have to snap it. Come on, run a real play. Run a real play. Please, yes. Come on, baddies, please. I'm on my knees. Please. Come on, Wisconsin, please. Force a fumble, something. Please. And there it is. 000 Oregon is gonna cover, and they win the Pencil Bowl. And they get themselves a 72 overall cornerback in the process. Likeness will be released after all the bowl games. All of the bowl game reward players are themed, so we'll see if you guys can guess what that theme is. Tough way to lose here. They made a valiant effort. I'm proud of the boys. But now it's the Morez Mara era here in Madison. So 2 covers to start the day. Day Duran is nasty work, buddy. Day Duran. Absolutely heinous work on that one. Alright, enough is enough. Let me die in peace. So Conference USA and the Pac-12 have wins to start bowl season. We'll see if that continues. We have 2 covers to start the day. Cannot believe that tight end mid-screen on 3rd and 13. Disgusting. Alright, looking at the stats. Yam Toomer scores before he enters the portal. Archer Gammon, my king. Alright, let's look at the stats here. Day Night, potentially his final game. 288, a touchdown, and 2 interceptions. Rushing the ball, Gammon, 143 and a score. Patrick Bernard, 11 for 142 and a score. McCoy and Lambo had 9 tackles, 4 TFLs, 3 total sacks, 2 for Colby Lambo. Picks for Palmer, Collins, and McFarland. Couple deflections, no forced fumbles. Oregon, Randy Blair, 18 of 34, 258, 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Marcus Gilmore, 124. Gilmore was also their leading receiver. And on defense, 15 tackles for Lance Jordan, 3 TFLs for Hubbard. The sack for Brett Blanco changed the complete complexion of that drive, and no fumbles. So congratulations to Oregon. They get themselves a reward player, and we move on. Archer Gammon, player of the game there, Fat Boy Dogwater, while you're sitting at home eating chips. Future SFA Heisman winner. But nevertheless, here we go. Next game up is the hashtag Free TC Liberty Bowl at Geyser Field, home of the Yellowstone Yams. We've got Indiana. We've got Alabama. Let's get on into this game. Oh, baby. Coach Nathan, if you're here, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive. This is a 10-point favorite for Alabama, and these two are battling for a 74 overall outside linebacker. So get those predictions in. Bama minus 10. Are you rocking with the big booty Bloomington? The big booty. 1 minute on the clock. Get those predictions in. I had a weird spot in the when I was making this. These two combined for 100K. I couldn't put Alabama and USC together, which is what it should have been. But USC already played Alabama this year, so I had to put them with Auburn, and then this was one of the odd matchups where the overalls didn't make sense, but my hands were kind of tied. So this is, I think, our largest overall disparity. But on second hand, Indiana has been playing well above their overall this year. Alabama's been playing well below it. So here we go. Coach Nathan Duran. So Big Booty Bloomington, Alabama. We've got snow here at Geyser Field. All right. The free TC Liberty Bowl at Geyser Field is a blizzard. Exceptional way to start this Liberty Bowl game. Oh, baby, here we go, Indiana. This is not yo daddy's Indiana. This is Big Booty Bloomington. So here we go. Both 7-5. Who's gonna save Christmas? Alabama gets us started here in the Geyser Field Bowl. 7-0. Can Indiana fight back? 14-0. Currently a cover. Indiana responds. Indiana looking good. They give up one before half. They got to have a better second half for Big Booty. 24-7, 24-14, 21! Alabama on the ropes. Can Big Booty Bloomington do it again? And that's a 4th and 9. Here comes Big Booty. Chase Ritter. Oh my God, they're going to take the lead. They're going to take the lead. Indiana. But here comes Alabama right back. Don't count them out, folks. 4th and 6, and they don't get it. They're going to have to play some defense. So here we go. Bama has 2 minutes in a dream. Can Indiana save Christmas? Alabama in the snow's not working out for him. Danley Edson with the catch. Breaks E.J. Iron's record in the process for Jeff Newton. And that's a legit record, as he's only been at Alabama. He didn't play somewhere else and transfer in. So down by 4, 2 minutes left. Handoff here. Broken tackle for Bama, and they get the first down. Nice play call. Nicholson over 100 yards. Newton. The snap. Clean pocket. Yams it over the middle. Hits his man, and they're up to the 45 in yam range here. Or maybe this is the 40. They continue to hurry it up. Great start to this possession for Jeff Newton. The snap, 4-man rush again. Hits his man over the middle. Big hit, and he hangs on. Trey Gordon for 7. So about 90 seconds left in this game. It's been a good one. Back and forth we go.
All right, D, let's go.
Indiana looking for a splash play to end it. 5 wide. They bring a blitz. Over the middle, hits his man, and first down. Still on his feet, it's Marv Beekman, the transfer from Auburn. 28-24 at the 40-yard line. Needs a touchdown. Tight end in motion. 74 overall player on the line. Tosses it underhand. Broken tackle. Oh, he's still going, but he loses 2 on it. Unreal play. We got a tight end mid-screen, and now the Jeff Newton underhand throw. What is happening? 56 seconds in a dream. Alabama. Newton rolls, takes off. He has room, and he slides. 49 seconds in a dream to save Christmas here at Geyser Field. Trips to the left-hand side. A snap. Plenty of time. Yams it deep. Oh, what a throw! Just layered it over the linebacker. Mark Bateman goes over 100. They're in the red zone. Not looking good for Indiana. Trips left. The snap. Alabama dumps it off, and down he goes. Clock continues to roll. 30 seconds left. 29 seconds left. 3rd and 7. 2 plays to save Christmas. What is the call? What a start to bowl season we've had. The snap. Newton to the flat. He's going to be short. So now forget the time. It comes down to this play. Fourth and 4. Liberty Bowl on the line. Motion man. The snap. Quick throw. What are you doing? And down he goes. Indiana's going to win the Liberty Bowl. Unreal. Indiana's going to survive. 4 wide. Handoff, it's a keeper. Tamara Kaywood keeps it himself. And barring a miracle, Indiana's going to win the football game. What a season for Coach Nathan. Somehow getting this roster to 8-5 with a bowl win. And for Coach Cryo, very disappointing season. 7-6. Congratulations, Nathan. He's going to get a 74 overall outside linebacker. What a game here, folks. So we'll check out stats, and then we'll move on. Jeff Newton can't show up in the snow. Tamara Kaywood, what a start for the freshman. Took over for Sir Sproutberger. Coach Nathan in some Coach of the Year talks. Remember, guys, good time to let you know, get your March Madness brackets in. There's about 100 points on the line total in bowl season. If you do not submit the bracket, you will not get a very good reward, even if you participated all season long. Congratulations, Nathan. Huge year for the big booty. SFA has been around since December 2020, so we were around first. Yeah, Zach. Yeah. The Mickey Mouse Coach of the Year, maybe. All right, here we go. Oh, man, Indiana had a return punt, and Jack Magoo saved Christmas. All right, so this is Indy outright. Congratulations, Nathan. We'll check on the stats here. Tamara Kaywood, under 50%, but 197, 2 scores. Moss had 67 rushing yards. Jace Ritter. On defense, James Ward, 10 tackles, 4 TFLs for Warren Walters, 1 sack for Ward, pick for Babcock, 3 deflections. And for Alabama, Jeff Newton, 33, 47, 275, 2 scores. Actually a good day for him. Nicholson over 100 yards, Beekman over 100 yards. Rock hard. 3 TFLs for Maxwell, 4 total sacks, no picks. 2 deflections, and no forced fumble. Oh yeah, it's Bama tanking the stock, not Arkansas losing to Vandy and Kentucky back to back. Oh my God, that's funny. Thanks, Alabama, for tanking our stock. I'm like the best team in the country, and I lose to Vandy and Kentucky for no reason. Yeah, the league crowd runs is completely different. It's in Mario Super Slugger, so it's like Nintendo too, so it's just a completely different thing. Check out the Latina Peaches. Anyways, all right, next up, this is a big one. A lot of reasons. Let's see what happens here. The Hog Honey Mayo Bowl, Coach McNasty's Bowl. We got Papa Smoke. We got Coach OK State. This is a 2.5-point favorite for Missouri. But the big thing, if Maryland does not win this game, their starting quarterback, Pharaoh Flom, will enter the portal. So big chance here. So it's a miracle Maryland even got into this position. They were the last team in. So are you rocking with the Terps, or are you rocking with Coach OK State and DeCorian Thunder, his last game of his career? Coach OK State currently in the lead in BearCave. So Papa Smoke, if you're here, let me know. Heads or tails, kick or receive. Congratulations, Nathan. All right, so 2.5-point favorite for Mizzou. Kind of a disappointing year here for Maryland. They were in the playoff last season. Of course, new quarterback. Always some growing pains. Missouri felt like they had a chance. Lost to like a 3-way tie. Iowa State to go to the Big 10 or Big 12 championship. So here we go. The Hog Honey Mayo Bowl. And these two are playing for a 71 overall middle linebacker. Now, if Missouri wins, this player dies because he didn't have enough money. If Maryland wins, they get the linebacker. So Missouri just playing for the love of the game. So let's see what happens. 8-4 versus 6-6. Quick start for Maryland. Looks like it was a defensive score potentially. Then they missed the extra point. Can Pharaoh Flom stay with his team? 10-6 here for Missouri. And quick strike for Maryland. They're back up 6. 19-10 as we enter the third quarter. Missouri, they are driving. And they punch it in with 5 minutes left. So here we go. One play at a time. Missouri has the Rockets. A fumble. The Terps recover. Can they extend this lead? Yes, they do, but it's an 8-point game. We'll jump in here. No, 26. It's now 9 points. So we can't jump in unless they score. 3rd and 6. 1st and 10. No, they fumbled again. Benny Moore's the third. So we can't jump in. Missouri. They've got to get a score. They got to get it fast. And they don't. It's kneel time here. Maryland gets it done. Pharaoh Flom is not going anywhere. So after 2 covers to start the day, we get 2 outright victories. Congratulations, Coach Papa Smoke. He saves Christmas. And once again, Coach OK State has trouble against another user. Pharaoh Flom, 16 of 31, 263 and 3 touchdowns. What a way to say you don't want to go anywhere. CeeLo Gold, not the best day for him. John Jefferson. Preston had 9 tackles, 2 TFLs for Robinson. No sacks. Pick. No deflections. Whoa! Missouri couldn't hang on to the ball. 5 fumbles, all recovered for Maryland. What is that? I don't think I've ever seen 5 fumbles on one game. Unbelievable. Welcome in, Flame. And Decorian Thunder, 321, 2 scores. And the team was just fumbling left and right here. And look at all those drops as well. Rory Davis, 10 tackles, 3 TFLs for Porter. The sack for Rory Davis, no picks. 2 deflections, and they only had 1 fumble. So, I guess 5 forced fumbles, losing by 9, not too bad. I mean, I'm sure they have keep, but not any big game. So Pharaoh Floam will stay put. So only 2 broken promises this year. And we move on in this BearCave slate. So next up, we are going to the Sicko Sun Bowl. Coach Jay Jettas taking on Louisville. So Louisville was 8-3, and then they had to play Pittsburgh twice, the top 6 team in the country. So these two are playing for the second best available player. They put in a combined $300K. They're both playing for a 78 overall defensive end. So Jay Jettas, if you're here, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive. This is a 5-point favorite for Michigan State. So first time the quote-unquote away team is the favorite. So are you cheering for MSU, 5-point favorite, or are you rocking with Louisville? Louisville. Coach Calv, our British man. I gotta hear a British guy try and say Louisville. Louisville. All right, Jay Jettas. Heads or tails, kick or receive if you're here. Broncos legend Marvin Mims. So we're about halfway through this BC slate. Loving these games so far. Got a couple massive ones coming up, including our Citrus Bowl, and then playoff tomorrow. We'll do the first round and hopefully the second round, just depending on if the tool works for us. But we're down here in El Paso, the Sicko Sun Bowl. Who is coming out on top? All right, heads and kick. Are we going to get a Stan the Man Heisman or a highlight here? The best fullback of all time. Louisville starts with a touchdown. Michigan State up 3. A lot of SFA players on this Louisville team. 10-10. Looks like a decent game to start it out. Louisville has kept them on their toes, and they have a 6-point lead as we head to the second half. Louisville up now, back to 6. Michigan State playing on their back toe here. And Louisville, again, not a lot of scoring lately. And an interception. Not like this. It's 1st and goal, and now they're up 2 scores. Michigan State's got to work quickly. They want us to jump on into this game. And it looks like it's 4th and 10. What's going to happen? They don't get it. Michigan State, a bad showing here in bowl season. Doesn't look like they're even going to make this a game. 4th and 1 minute left. Stan Reisner can't get it. So that should do it, folks. 31-17. Unreal. Louisville kind of with a splatter here. So they're going to get a 78 overall defensive end. Congratulations to Coach Calv. Big one for them. Fire J Jettas, folks. Let me get my scoring summary. So Lee Thomas, 24-48, 396, 2 scores, 2 picks. Reisner at 44 yards, not a good day for him. Michael Jones, 129. On defense, Shawan Hooper, 11 tackles. He had 4 TFLs, no sacks on the day. So they just completely lost the battle at the line of scrimmage. 2 deflections, no forced fumbles. And for Louisville, we've got Jeremy Motley, 21-44, 310 and 2 and a score. DeWillis Duck, SFA player, had 3 touchdowns. And Hodgson had 75 yards. Johan Boyce, all SFA players here. Dokes had 9 tackles, 2 TFLs. They had 2 total sacks, 2 picks. Just a great game for the defense here. And they also had 2 fumbles. So congratulations, Louisville. 9-win season for them. All right, and we move on. So Sicko Sun Bowl goes to the Cardinals. And we move. So next up, we've got a good game. It is the Barclays Las Vegas Bowl. This one is a complete push game. It's Iowa State and Minnesota. Iowa State, weird year, 6-7, got here by winning their division. Minnesota had a lot of injuries late in the year. Very evenly matched game on paper. Who is taking it? Who wins? Are you rocking with Minnie or are you rocking with Iowa State? Would think this would be a playoff matchup. Very weird year for both these teams. Coach Rick, if you're here, let me know what kind of jersey you want. Otherwise, Iowa State. Let me know heads or tails, kick or receive. These two are playing for a 77 overall defensive tackle. All right, we're jumping on board with Iowa State here. Barclays Las Vegas Bowl at Allegiant Stadium. Very dark bowl game here. So after starting with 2 covers, we got 3 straight outright games. Looking like bowl season may just be unpredictable this year. So Clete Peppers and company taking on Bo Houston. So we'll go heads in kick as always with the away team. And we are off in the Barclays Las Vegas Bowl. Quick strike for Iowa State on their first possession. Minnesota does not respond. They are down 14-0. Minnesota, can they fight back? They get 1 back here. Defense showing up, and they give up 1, but they respond here. Down 7 at halftime. They tie it up. Minnesota takes the lead. First lead of the day. Iowa State ties it up. Back and forth game. Minnesota scores, but they miss the extra point. Not like this. And Minnesota returns the kickoff. It's Barton Tuck. Going back and forth. It's a 5-point game. They missed the extra point again, or they went for it. Can't imagine what. But 40-35, we are scoring out the wazoo here. Can Minnesota put this game away? They're going backwards. Touchdown, Bo Houston. They're now up 12. Almost a 50 bomb here for the Gophers. Now Clete Peppers has to respond here. We can't jump in yet. It's not one score. And they score. All right, here we go. Onside kick. Can Minnesota win the football game? It's recovered. They got to force a fumble, and they do not. 47-42. A first down should end this game. Can Iowa State somehow get back to 7-7, or will they finish 6-8? Bo Houston. Oh, and this is the first time we've ever gotten to see Jamar Pedroza, the 400-pounder. He's 5'5", 400 pounds. He's always been injured when we watched him live. This is the first live we've ever seen this IGR. Created by Coach Mike. And he gets the first. That should do it. Barring a fumble. And off up the gut. Broken tackle and 7 more yards. They might have a chance here. More wide. Hand off Pedroza. Breaks a tackle. First down. What a beefcake. And that should do it. But they're still running real plays. You never know. Hand off to Pedroza, and he's going to get 9. Should be able just to sit on it here. Last chance for Iowa State. They've got to force a fumble. Barclays Las Vegas Bowl on the line. Hand off Pedroza, and he is short.
That's a gain of 1 on the play. Third down.
And there it is. 000's Minnesota wins outright. Congratulations, Coach Rick. Another bowl game win. It's no citrus, but he will take it. Beats one of the best teams in the country. Gophers fans are loving it. They showed out today. Is this the end of an era for Iowa State? Are they washed? There's one of the best programs of the season 10 through 19 decade. Still going to be relevant in the 20s. Bo Houston, your player of the game, back from injury. (47-42) is your final. Very high scoring game. High scoring game of the day. We got 4 more bowl games before the Citrus Bowl. And they start getting better and better and better. Coach Fye in his feels. 99-yard run here for Iowa State today. But Barton Tuck with a return kickoff. They scored 14. So let me get my scoring summary here. I think you'll be just fine, Mr. Fye. Clete Peppers, 299, 3 touchdowns and a pick. Dougie Mellons had 55 yards. 1 rush, 100 yards. They're giving him the 100 yards. What the heck? Unreal. Tavares Kenton Culver, 99 yards. A lot of TFLs. The sack for Jamal Brown. Pick for Kellen Schonert. 4 deflections, no fumbles. For Minnesota, Bo Houston, 24-40, 409, 4 touchdowns his final game. Just a CPU player from Charlotte. Great career for him. Jamar Pedroza, 97 yards. Finnegan and McGee, both over 100 yards with 2 scores. And on defense, 2 TFLs for Miller. No sacks. The pick for Chris Freeman. 4 deflections. Forced fumble for Buck Rising. And that should do it here from Las Vegas. So Bo Houston, Buck Rising, Kellen Schonert, and Cleet Peppers. The original slime, Cleet Peppers. This is Minnesota 2. Yeah, that's my favorite thing about the SFA is over the years is that the meta changes. The teams change at the top. It's wonderful to see a natural rollover. It's not, there's been no insane dynasties, which is why I think everyone's cheering against a team like Florida State from repeating. So now we got an interesting matchup. This is the highest paying coaches on either side. The oil money, Texas A&M put all of their money into this game. The Latina Juice Gator Bowl combined, they put almost $1 million. So they are playing for a 79 overall. Now neither team, neither of them put in the same position requests. So the winner, I will randomly draw from their 3 positions that they entered. But this is a 2.5 point favorite for Washington. So Mango, let me know, heads or tails, kick or receive. Are you going with Washington? Or are you rocking with A&M and Bexley? A lot on the line. A 4-star player, the highest player given out in bowl season. Is A&M going to be sorry and regret going all in on the bowl game? Mango put every single dollar from his budget into this game. He is supremely confident that Julian Bexley can save Christmas. Let's see if it works out for him. 79 overall on the line here in the Latina Juice Gator Bowl. Against Washington. Coach Damien's fallen off a little bit since winning the national championship, but not too much. He's lost the Pac-12 championship 2 years in a row to Stanford. All right, here we go. Is Mango's terrible decision about to pay off? Quick strike for Washington, not looking good for A&M. They're down 14 early. This might have been like an $800K donation. 21-0. 21-7. Can A&M survive here? Can A&M make a comeback? They've got to start scoring in bunches. It's 24-21. They do have the Bolentikoff winner, Thurl Slockbauer. It's a 3-point game. Washington. No way Washington chokes this. Oh my God, they might choke it. Here comes Bexley and company. 4th and inches. Are they going to go for it? No, they punt. 4th and 3. A&M is going to get their chance here. So here we go. 3rd and 2. Down by 6 for A&M. They're running a little bit of clock. Julian Bexley. The snap for Bexley. Over the middle, hits his man. 1st down, the drive continues. Tanner Hyde, SFA tight end. Huge catch. Bexley trying to save Christmas. 79 overall on the line, a 4-star player. Yams this one left side, intercepted! Bexley throws it away! Mango may have just given an $800K donation to the Washington NIL Fund. They still have timeouts, but they're on the ropes. Handoff. Unreal fumble here from Bexley. Now they got to rely on the defense, one of the worst defenses in the country. The handoff right side up the gut. He gets the stop. Third and 4 game on the line for Mango. Latina Juice Gator Bowl hangs in the balance. Outside, he has room. He gets the first. Oh, no. Not like this, Mango. Bo Bullet at quarterback. Hands it off. They got to force a fumble.
Call it a gain of 4 yards. That makes it 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6, unreal. Offset eye yet again. Last chance for the Mango man. Handoff. They gotta force a fumble and he can't. One more snap here. But it seems like it's over. Yep, they're just going to sit on it. The Latina Juice Gator Bowl goes to Washington, and they get a 79 overall recruit. And that is a cover for Washington. So there it is. Congratulations to Coach Damien, as he will get a 79 overall reward. Player will be released later. Damien's loving it. 3 more games in this BearCave slate. And then we move on to the Citrus Bowl between Florida and Texas State. Should be a banger. So that oil money going right to the Pacific Northwest. $27-21 is your final. Julian Bexley, the stat sheet merchant. Late throw to the boundary is what killed Christmas. Long ending here. All right, there we go. Guyot gets a touchdown. Let's go. UTSA legend. Bexley, 262, 2 scores and 2 interceptions. Mashburn, only 58 yards. Mashburn at 56 through the air. And Slockbauer, your Balentikoff winner, 29 yards. Yep, all the former 5-stars go to Mango. 3 TFLs for Chandler, no sacks, no picks. 3 deflections for Ben Ferguson, 2 fumbles. They did get 2 fumbles. For Washington, Bo Bullet, 286 and 2 touchdowns. Manning had 135 and a score. Guy Yacht led the way. Griffin Corbetts, SFA player, had 84 as well. Singleton had 7 tackles, 4 TFLs, 2 sacks, 2 picks. Everybody getting involved here. Fumble. So Washington wins it. Future former first-round pick, Rayton Mashburn. So the oil money doesn't work this time as we move on. This is Washington 2. All right, so far I'm enjoying this bowl season. There hasn't been any matchup which I've been just mad about. It's all user versus users, all have reward players on the line. Feels important to me. So what it was designed for. So now we got the New Orleans Sleepers Peepers Bowl in the Superdome. We've got Llama versus Ohio Mania and Coach Black. Coach Black, if you're here, let me know. Sleepers Peepers, they put in a combined 130K. They're playing for a 75 overall corner. This is a 4-point favorite for Ohio Mania. They were so close to making the playoff. So are you rocking with Ohio? Or are you rocking with Buffalo? We'll go on board with the Buffalo Bulls and Coach Llama. Can he take down Ohio Mania? 75 overall on the line. That's a 1-star official SFA class player. Great way to fill up those positions that need a lot of depth, like corner, wide receiver, offensive line. So let's see what happens here. Superdome time. Sleepers, Peepers, New Orleans Bowl. Caesars Superdome. Ohio's been in the playoff last few years, so a little different for them not being the MAC represent in the playoff, but they will do their best to win. This is normally the crowning bowl of the G5, and it's a quick 14-point start for Ohio Mania. They chose to show up to this game. 21-28-0 for Ohio Mania. What a start! But here comes Llama. He's never quite out of it, folks. Llama, red pajama. 35-14 for Ohio Mania. They're cooking. Is this going to be wraps? A quick strike from Buffalo. Can they get another quick strike? Yes, they do. It's a 1-score game. Hold your folks. Here we go, 3rd and inches, chance to get off the field for Buffalo. Nelly Streeter. Can they save Christmas? Handoff right side. He had the chance to stop him, and he couldn't quite do it. Last chance for Llama. Oh, he had him. My King J.C. England on the field. Handoff left side, Josiah Bonds, and that's Anthony Williams. He gets 5. It's Josiah Bonds on the sideline. 2nd and 5 here. Can they save Christmas? It's a keeper for Streeter, and that should win the game. Great rush there from Nelly Streeter. Handoff, left side, gets around the corner, there he goes! They're just running it right down their throat here in the Superdome. 160 on the ground for Anthony Williams. Victory formation for Ohio Mania. And Coach Howard Black looks like he'll be getting a reward player here. 2nd and 12. Keeper for Nelly Streeter. Looking at an exclamation point, and he does! Touchdown, Ohio Mania. We'll go back to the sim. So they will get themselves a 75 overall cornerback as a reward. Reward player likeness will be released after bowl games today. Big time win for Coach Howard Black here in the Sleepers Peepers Bowl. That's an Ohio cover. So mixed bag of results here today. 95% of the money was on Ohio Mania. So 2 more games here in the BC slate before the Citrus Bowl. What a start to the day and to the weekend. And folks, if everything goes smoothly, we'll have an SFA game or event streamed every day from now to next Sunday. First round and second round hopefully tomorrow, and then 1 game a day all the way through next week is the plan. So 42-28. Let's get to the stats, folks. So scoring summary, Nelly Streeter had 2. Great start for Ohio. They're up 28-0. Still wound up winning. For stats, Nick Simpson had 315 and 3 scores. Harris had 127 and a score. Lucas had 91, no score. 2 touchdowns for Jeremy Jackson. 9 tackles, 4 TFLs, no sacks, no picks, no deflections, no forced fumbles. For Ohio Mania, 288, 2 scores for Nelly Streeter. They ran the ball very well today. 3 touchdowns for Streeter on the ground. J.C. England had 120 through the air. Dugan Caps had 9 tackles, 4 TFLs, and the sack. No picks. 2 deflections, 3 forced fumbles. 2 of them were recovered. And we move on. Get our players of the game: Nelly Streeter, Dan Charles, Ron Keys, and Nick Simpson. Bowl season going by in a flash here. Flame saying tails and kick. All right. And Flame is right. He is the next game up. This is the Fire Jay Jenna's Outback Bowl. USC and Auburn, they put in 114K, 75 overall defensive tackle on the line. Coach Flame versus Coach Cabbage. So this is also a 4-point favorite. Another team that's not used to playing in bowl season, used to playing in the playoff. It's Auburn. Can they show up and care about the Outback Bowl? That is the question. Let's jump on in. We have 2 bowl games left after this. The Yam and Cheez-It Bowl and the Citrus Bowl. Then tomorrow we'll start the playoff. Can FAU complete the 1 in 1.8 trillion? Outback Bowl, USC, Auburn, here we go. So here we go. 3 points for USC to start it. 7 points for Auburn. Quick strike for USC. Up by 10. Not looking good for Auburn here early. They miss a field goal to end the half. They get a score. 24-14. 24-21. It's a close game here. USC back up 10. We can't jump in unless they score here, and they do. So going back and forth. Can the defense get a stop? USC ramming it right down their throat. And they miss the field goal. So here comes Auburn's chance. Can't jump in quite yet. And here we go. 2nd and 2 inside the 20 to take the lead. Lenoris Gums. Play action. He takes off here up the gut and he gets hit hard. Bruce Beers back from injury playing his final game. Looks like Logan Bronner is out. I don't see him. This is not Logan Bronner. Kyle Riggs is in, so maybe Logan Bronner got hurt in this game.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
100 yards for Kyle Riggs, though, in his absence. So from the 10-yard line now, 2nd and 10. Field goal ties the game. Touchdown will likely win it. Handoff. Left side. Runs over a man. Bruce Beers saves it. Bruce Beers with the tackle to save the game for now. Back from breaking his forearm mid-season. Goal line formation on both sides. 3rd and 3. Lenoris Gums, hands off up the middle. He's short. So they are going to take the field goal. Interesting call here for Cabbage, not just going for the win. So to tie the game, it's good. So 48 seconds now for USC. And that a touchdown there would have given them a cover as well. So now USC has 48 seconds to try and win this game outright. So very evenly matched all day today. Tie game, within a play of each other, within 8 yards of each other. Same amount of first downs. Neither team given an inch.
Man left, man left.
Logan Bronner's hurt. Dogwater, he wasn't in. Demetrius Cannon. Steps up. He's going to yam this deep down the seam. Tipped away. Reed Breesler, the SFA player. 36 seconds now. Will they continue to try and push it down the field here? They're going to throw it again. Cannon will just dump this off to the running back who breaks a tackle, gets into fringe yam range. I believe that's Icky Otters. It is. So 1st and 10, 30 yards. Cannon has his time, steps up, yams it deep down the seam, and tipped away again. Janarius Holmes, another SFA player. 20 seconds now. Tie game in the Fire J Jetta's Outback Bowl. 5 wide burgers and fries. Cannon has time yet again. Is he going to yam it again? Over the middle, hits his man. 1st down and more. Broken tackle. Rhett Van Dyke, the SFA player. 12 seconds left. Can they get in the field goal range? Probably need 15 yards. The snap. Cannon over the middle, hits his man. Broken tackle again. It'll be interesting to see, do they kick the field goal? No, they are not, at least not yet. It'd be about a 53-yarder from here. They're just going to hand it off to Icky Otters. Icky breaks a tackle and he calls the timeout. So here we go. 50 yards from left hash to walk it off.
Timeout.
They're trying to freeze them. So 50 yards to win the Fire J Jetta's Outback Bowl. USC, Coach Flame from left hash. The kick is up and it's good! What a kick! Down goes Auburn! And USC wins outright in Flame's first year. What a kick here from USC. They go cross country and take down Coach Cabbage. What a kick here from USC and Coach Flame. Cannon, massive game in his final showing. SFA player. Started his career at Florida. I started closer to 7 a.m. $34-31. One more BC game, and then we'll pause and go to the Citrus Bowl. And then it's the CFP the rest of the season. All right, so scoring summary here. Logan Bronner did score, but he must have gotten hurt somewhere along the way. I mean, if I'm early, Pete, I'm not going to sit here and touch myself. You know, I'm going to just get started. So USC with the win. Demetrius Cannon, 21 of 35, 338, 2 scores. Icky Otters, 182 and a score. 212 for Terrence Williams. He owned them today. 16 tackles for Jonathan Brown. Interceptions here. Lenoris Gums, 314, a score and 2 picks. Riggs, he had 110, 2 scores. Logan Bronner had 10 before he went down with a potential injury. Three TFLs, the sack for Ryan Williams. And that will do it. 34-31 outright win for USC. Huge win for the Pac-12 today. I think they went 3-0. They did. Oregon, Washington, and USC all won today. I did not have sexual relations with that controller. All right, 2 more games here. So next up is the Yam and Cheez-It Bowl. Texas and North Carolina, they put in a combined 181K. They're playing for a 76 overall wide receiver. So this is Texas, North Carolina. Massive game. D-Sleep versus Sirlaxis Brio. This is just a pick'em game. Get those Bobanos in. Who wins? You going UNC or are you going Texas? Get those Bobanos in. D-Sleep, if you're here, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive, and what jerseys. Fi convinced he's going to lose 70-10. I don't think you realize how bad Florida's been this year in critical moments. They definitely are capable of playing down to their opponent. Do not worry. All right, the Yam and Cheez-It Bowl, the crown jewel of bowl season BearCave. The Cheez-It chain on the line. Remember, Fi, you did beat Washington, who just won a bowl game. They won the Gator Bowl, so it's not like you're out of your depth. You have a chance here. And we've got rain here in the Yam and Cheez-It Bowl. Hide the Cheez-Its. Don't want them to get soggy. Who is going to win this football game? It's an outright game. Texas or North Carolina. Two teams disappointed by their years, but a chance to battle for the Cheez-It chain. So Texas will kick off first. This is Parkertown's final game. He couldn't get North Carolina into the postseason. 7-0 here for UNC. This game could break 60 on either side. It just depends on what version of Bunkers Field we get today. It's 20-3 start. Not a good start for Texas. Oh, Texas getting splattered. This is what Texas State thought would happen to them. 41-10. The Cheez-It chain is going to UNC. Barring a miracle, it's not looking good for D-Sleep. 41-25, 44. He needs a very quick score. It's a 12-point game. They are coming back, but doesn't look like they have it here. And they do get the field goal. So technically a chance, and that will do it. 47 here for UNC, and they win outright. So let me pay you guys out. 69% of you guys are rocking with UNC. All right, UNC with the score. Players' stats. Bunkers Field, 357, 2 touchdowns. He had a decent day today. They could not run the ball. Bailey and Nakos had 99, 98 yards. On defense, Foster had 10 tackles, 2 TFLs for Phillip Parks, 2 sacks, no picks. 3 deflections and the forced fumble for Gabe Smith. And for UNC, Cyril Axis Brow Parkertown's final game, 280 with 3 scores. Howigan had 112 and 2 scores. Philip Gardisani, 90. Three TFLs for Gillette, 2 sacks, no picks. 4 deflections and no fumbles. So 47-32 is your final here. So all of the BearCave style games are done. All that's left is the glorious, glorious Citrus Bowl. The granddaddy of them all, the crown jewel of the SFA. So I'll post all the results after the Citrus Bowl, of course. But that will do it. So I'm going to take a quick break. I'll move over my laundry and stuff. And then we'll be right back for the Citrus Bowl between Florida and Texas State. Don't go anywhere.